Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. You know, I always love being able to come on and share with you good news in our community. Some of the people that are doing some really good things, especially through some agencies and organizations that bring a great deal of joy and education in our community. One of those areas, the Regional Military Museum. As welcome back to the show, Miss Linda Terrio. Miss Linda, thanks for being here.
My joy.
We appreciate it. And not joining us is Will Terrio, who is not a relative or your husband.
Not related.
Not related.
He's from one bayou and I'm from another.
So two Terrios, two different bayous.
That's right.
Very good. Also joining us, Miss Bonnie. Thank you, Miss Bonnie Dupre, of course, the treasurer of the Regional Military Museum Foundation Board. Very glad that you're here with us as well.
Thank you. Welcome.
Certainly. And so that's one of the big things for us to kind of mention, right? And so you guys are now a foundation board, and there's some value in that, right? There's some value in being a foundation rather than just a board. Let's talk about that.
We've not used it, but we need to. We need to let people know that we are a foundation. We also, DBA now, Regional Military Museum is what everybody calls us.
Right.
But, you know, like today, we'd like to be known and let the people know we are a foundation.
Right. And there are lots of value to that as an organization like the Regional Military Museum, where we're always needing help. We're always asking for funding. We can now get some state funding and some national funding and some grant opportunities we wouldn't necessarily get if we were just a board rather than a foundation.
Correct.
So that's exciting. So we appreciate that. Well, thank y'all for what y'all do with the museum. And it's been 11 years, as you had kind of mentioned.
It'll be 11 years. I'd have never believed it. But yeah, it'll be 11 years, June the 5th. I've been volunteering. Totally love it. Totally love it. Just, I love Monday mornings. When I worked, I loved Monday mornings, and now I have the museum to go to on Monday morning, start off a new week, and give back to the community.
A wonderful purpose.
We're so blessed that we have people from all over the world that comes to this museum.
Isn't that amazing?
We recently had people from, Switzerland?
France.
Wow.
Oh, France. Oh, yeah. France is a lot.
A lot.
But we get Canadians. We get people from Thibodeau, too, that come in Florida.
As far as Thibodeau.
Yes.
So coming up on 11 years, so you have a birthday coming up. We're going to talk about birthdays in a minute. How about you, Miss Bonnie? How long have you been helping with?
Actually, I've only been volunteering for a little over a year.
Okay.
But I love it. I love it. You know, Linda and I are high school classmates.
Oh, my.
Yes, we both graduated from Terrebonne High. And, of course, our classmates were the years that Vietnam was, the war was on. And so it has a special place in our hearts.
Yeah, I love that. And so we're going to talk about that. In fact, it's coming up. We're going to do that in our next segment. But you guys really do a lot. Mr. Will does a lot as well. And so celebrating 11 years, celebrating 1 year, and it's Will's birthday as we're doing this today. And so from all of us here, Mr. Will, happy birthday to you.
Oh, I like that.
Happy birthday to you. And that's a non-traditional birthday song.
You're doing good. He's only 89. He's only 89.
89
and he is
years
at the
young.
museum every day, and he is a gold mine to that museum. His knowledge. In fact, I just started recently, when I get a break, I've asked him, I want to go on tour with him to learn more about the artifacts.
Oh, my. Right.
We do a lot of the book work and
Right.
all kind of other stuff. But
Sure.
the artifacts that we have is we just got that
amazing.
1919 Model T.
Right.
That's in the World War I section.
Right.
We just got that 1941 Plymouth staff car. I mean, that's phenomenal. We have a Russian helicopter that just come in. I think we've already talked about
Yes,
it.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And then they have that 105 Stinson plane that actually flew over Grand Isle during World War II.
It's amazing. Like, we think about some of these things that come to us, right? And then we find out that they've got such amazing connection to our area, even as far back in Vietnam, as far back as World War II. Isn't that amazing to be able to see and hear that and people may think that a regional military museum in Houma does or doesn't make sense, but our area has had tremendous impact in multiple conflicts and wars over the years. And so, you know, the blimps and the air base that housed the blimps over the years, and the military connection to it, the bombing that took place there, you know, all of those things.
We just got a person off of the street came in and donated a piece of a blimp.
Oh.
And Richard went out, our exhibits manager, he went out and bought a special case for it.
Okay.
I think the man paid $500 for that little piece of blimp, but that is priceless.
Yeah. What a great piece of history, right? That you know, was it from here? A blimp from here?
I'm
We
not
don't
sure.
know.
They still researching
They're
on
still
that.
doing their search.
Yeah,
the
because
search
the
for
part has no numbers or nothing.
Right.
But Richard, I mean, he was like, and Will too, overwhelmed by that piece. And I went, what?
So excited about a little piece of a blimp.
I love it too.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
too.
but it talks about it and gives us the understanding and the value that this regional military museum, it is a gold mine here in Houma, in Terrebonne Parish, where, as you said, people come from miles and miles away, as far as Thibodeau. No, from France and from Germany. And
I can't think of all the, but just last month we had like 7 different
Switzerland.
countries that came.
7 countries
Yeah.
in a 30-day
If I had it in
period.
front of me, I could read it to you.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're just really glad to do it. So, ladies, we're thankful that you guys are involved in that. What we'd like to do is take a short break, but when we come back, I want to talk about some of the events that are going on and one specific event, one that was very close to you
Yes,
as
both
just
of
a
us.
couple of years ago when you guys graduated. The Vietnam War was taking place, and we found some ways to honor those people. We found some way to honor and have an appreciation day. So we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more when we come back.
Good.
So thank y'all for sticking around. You do that as well. Stick around as we talk more about the Regional Military Museum and all of the great work that they're doing there. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weisheidt, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. As I'm very glad to have Miss Linda and Miss Bonnie joining me. Ladies, welcome back.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So we were talking a little bit about all the value that the Regional Military Museum brings to the area. We've got lots of events going on, right, Miss Linda?
Busy, busy, busy. I had to bring a little cheat sheet.
No problem.
Of course, we're going to talk about Saturday in a minute, but
Right.
we also, on the Sunday, the Houma Community Band will be there with a concert at 3 p.m. at the museum if
On the
people want to come
24th.
out. We are planning a fundraiser in May.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a spam cook-off, I think, or something
Holy
like
cow.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll do anything, right? We'll do beanie weenies, we'll do Spam. It don't matter. We're not scared.
Start
No, I
buying
like
your
it.
Spam now,
cook-off.
because it'll be
Right.
hard to find, okay? Also, if it's okay to mention, Ricky Foss, I'm sure you heard of him. He's getting ready to do his 22-mile swim.
Yep.
And he's moved the date to the weekend of September 20th.
Okay.
And that is to be aware of the veteran suicides.
Right. Right. Ricky always likes to bring attention to that. Does lots of fundraisers to raise money for that.
We are going to have an open house on Memorial Day, Monday, the 27th of May.
Okay.
We also going to do something new this year. We're going to have a Gold Star Family Day.
Oh, my.
And that's going to be on Sunday, the 29th. All in the bakings, okay?
Okay.
Of course,
Sunday,
you know,
May 29th.
May
that's
29th.
correct.
Right, okay.
Did I say that?
That's okay. I just wanted to
Good,
clarify.
good.
Okay, and November 11th, of course, you know, is Veterans
Veterans
Day.
Day,
So
yes,
we're going to
ma'am.
have a program there, sort of 11. That's all in the makings.
Yes, ma'am.
And we actually going to do something else new, too. We're going to honor, if that's the right way to call it, we're going to do Pearl Harbor Day,
Oh, my.
which is Saturday, 7th of December.
November 7th.
Yeah.
My mother's
And that's, well, there you go.
She was born on that
So
day.
we got a lot going on. We got a lot of remodeling going on, and we're getting ready to have a lot more artifacts coming in the next few weeks.
Oh, my. See, that's always so exciting.
Hundreds.
Hundreds of
Hundreds.
artifacts coming in the next few weeks. Well, we're going to have you guys back on to be able to talk about that. One of the things that's really important that's coming up, and Aaron, if you wouldn't mind sharing this with everyone, Regional Military Museum is proudly hosting their second annual Vietnam-era Veteran Appreciation Day. It's going to take place on this Saturday, March 23rd, 2024. From 10 to 2, there'll be an open house. At 11 o'clock, they're going to do the welcome ceremony. There will be food, informational booths, free admission, and museum tours, and always exciting to listen to Major General Hunt Downer, of course, retired. He is one of our most decorated military individuals, but certainly a military man from this area. I had the honor of speaking with Hunt Downer and the misfortune of following him. He is such
something.
a wonderful
He's
speaker
awesome.
and such a wonderful representation of what the military can do and be for our individuals, and what he has done
Yes.
with his time served and being here as a representative.
You know, adding to Hunt as the guest speaker, we also have something new into the program. We have
Okay.
Denise LeConte, which she's, I think she's a secretary of the Houma Terrebonne Community Band.
Yes, ma'am.
She's going to be playing taps.
Oh, my.
Live.
Oh, wow. That's
And
such a
also
powerful
one of
feeling.
Bonnie's friends, if you want to talk about it,
Yes, one of my friends, Jerry Fitzgerald, is going to be singing the national anthem.
Oh, my goodness.
So she's got a beautiful voice. So
Okay. Wow. So some special things, and quite frankly, this time is when we want to honor people, right? Miss Bonnie, would you mind
We
kind of sharing
do.
that as well? A
We
couple of
do.
those people that served.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Linda and I are both graduates of Terrebonne High from 1966, which was right at the height of the Vietnam War. And we unfortunately lost two of our classmates to the war. It was Wilton LaBeouf and Kenneth Petrie, two of our local boys.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
we honor them.
I actually know them both
wow.
over the years. Yeah.
You know, we have, not to cut in, but
Sure.
while you're talking about that, we have this car that was donated to us. We've talked about it, where Mr. Morris Arcimont from Lafitte, Louisiana, had passed away, and took the family 2 years to part with it. And there is a special section on that car for our local Terrebonne people that died in Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
And the car, when it came to us, had like a little over 750 names. Now we have a little over 2,500 names on the car.
2,500
Everybody is
names.
equal on the car. There's no captain, no colonel, no sergeant.
It's
Everybody
just
is even
by
a name.
name.
If you served, and we probably have about space for maybe 100 more. So maybe we'll get 50 from this
That would be
segment.
awesome. And again, it's those kinds of things that talk about how it's just important to honor our veterans. It's important to honor those who served, whatever their title may or may not have been, those who have served. And that's kind of what the Vietnam era Veteran Appreciation Day is. Anyone during that era of Vietnam, we want to honor them.
All branches.
No matter, right. And that's the other thing that I
No,
love.
we laugh about
You know,
that.
Right. It's you know, it's not just one particular branch, it's all of
All
the branches.
branches.
That's what a regional military museum is, being able to honor all of those. And so I've got so many friends, Charlie Cook and people who really have spent time really involved and dedicating themselves to the museum. It's exciting to hear them talk about the museum. It's exciting to hear you ladies talk about what it means to you and what the foundation board means.
And thanks to C.J. Christ.
Oh, yeah. Mr.
Can't
CJ,
go without mentioning his name.
Mr. CJ has really done a lot to move the museum forward.
Yes.
And forward thinking. And that's just one of those things. It's been nice. And I love that it's such a value that people come from miles and miles around. I love the fact that in 1 month, 7 different countries came to be able to really see the value that we have at the Regional Military Museum. So again, Saturday, March 23rd, the Vietnam Era Veteran Appreciation Day, 10 to 2, lots of different exciting things, a couple of different speakers, somebody very special singing the national anthem and playing taps. And ladies, thank you for what y'all do, and thank you for what the museum does for our area.
Our joy. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.